Hello.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cooking Ramen with the Bears.
This episode is a very special episode because today we'll be doing a relationship Q&A. Also, for today's episode, we are going to be taking you to a Korean convenience store to purchase and cook our ramen. But first,
We need our masks. You ready?
not yet. I need to set up the tripod.
I'll do that. Cheese is not melting as much as I was nervous about this. I was scared.
Do you want to sit on the sofa or do you want to sit on the floor?
Sofa.
Okay.
Cheese lumps. 안녕하세요.
Hello.
이름이 와이프 씨. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
안녕하세요. 미란다입니다.
와이프입니다.
우리는 미국인이에요. 미국인입니다.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. What are you doing?
I ate a cheese lump.
We haven't introduced anything. Okay. What is on our
Fire! Okay, anyway, what?
What are we eating today?
We are eating bulldog bokumyeon. Bulldog is fire. Well, bull is fire, dog is chicken, and bokumyeon means fried.
So we are
Fried
eating
noodles. Fire chicken fried noodles.
fire chicken ramen. This is like one of the spiciest ones.
And we poured the whole packet in, which normally we don't do. We also have relief funds. This is what Korea usually provides. If you get yumki tteokbokki, which is like a really spicy tteokbokki thing, it's a red sauce rice cake thing. It comes with this. Like this is what's like often served with spicy
juicy
food.
Cool.
Yeah.
Juicy cool. Peach.
It's like a juice. It helps with the burn.
It's just a fruit juice, but it helps.
We have some to. Our food is getting cold. I want to start.
Okay. This is not for you. You would not like it. Cheers me?
With food?
Sure.
Cheers!
Cheers or ramen.
Oh, like this.
Hold on, get the label in the front.
Cheers! You
No,
cheers
noodles.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
That's weird. Have you ever done that before?
Yes, every time I eat ramen with my friends.
This is a lie.
Because I don't have friends.
In Korea, this is actually
just kidding.
We bought these to copy the restaurants. This is literally what most restaurants have. Sometimes it's a little bigger. Mia is digging her claws in my back at the moment. But it's pretty small, and you go to the restaurant, you get like this little cup of water, and you're eating spicy food. You learn to just like sit.
You deal with it.
Little tiny sips.
This is pretty toasty.
Anyway, you want to start the questions?
Let me set this up so that we may read some questions to answer.
Well, you said this beforehand. You're not prepared?
I got it all ready. You didn't do anything to help me. Okay, let's start. How and where do you guys meet?
This is spicy. We met at a brewery called Blacktooth, named after a mountain range or mountain singular. Near,
a mountain singular.
Yeah, a mountain called Blacktooth near Sheridan, Wyoming.
But we weren't just like both there having drinks separately. I was there with a friend who invited her friend Wyatt. And then I saw him ride up on his bike, and I was looking at him through the window and like, ooh, there's a cute boy on a bike outside. And then the cute boy came and sat at our table, and it turns out he was our friend, my friend's, our mutual friend's friend, Wyatt.
Me.
So we met through a friend, but at a brewery.
Shout out to Tess.
Hi Tess, we miss you. And then we didn't start dating after that. We actually didn't really talk after that. That was in August of 2013.
It was in August?
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier than that.
No,
it was like 3 months later that we met. No, that we started dating.
Yeah, we met in August. We officially met in August 2000.
She came to the coffee shop I worked at in like November.
But that's not a significant part of my memory of how we met. I remember meeting at Blacktooth, then we were kind of interested in other people.
I didn't see you again for 3 months.
We met at Blacktooth, the brewery, but we were kind of interested in other people. So it was a couple months later that we added each other on Facebook and started talking, and then finally went out on a date. I think the first time we kind of hung out together was Halloween. So
I pretty much forgot about you for like...
What?
I was dating someone else. I saw you at the Blacktooth Brewery, and like, we didn't see each other for 3 months. Like, I remembered you, but it was like a vague memory of somebody I met one time, one evening at a brewery.
You also thought that I was out of your league.
Yeah, I had a stronger... Well, you were interested in some firefighter dude.
Yeah?
So I have a much stronger memory of you coming to the coffee shop I worked at, and then we talked and actually had conversations, and I got to know you a little bit, and then we dated. So the brewery's how we met, coffee shop's how we dated.
The coffee shop is not how we dated. That's not part of my how we met story at all. Anyways, long story short, we met at a brewery through a mutual friend, and then became close on Facebook.
I think she stalked me in the interim.
Of course.
But I didn't stalk. I wasn't a Facebooker, so like, what? I stalked a little bit. After
you stalked me on Facebook because I remember you commented on the size of my calves.
Yeah, but I didn't stalk you like after the brewery. I didn't stalk you until like, I don't know.
This is creepy. Let's go on to the next one.
What are your Enneagram types? I didn't even know what an Enneagram was, but I looked it up. I took the test.
Slow down your eating.
It's spicy.
This is number 2. Anyways.
She asked what my Enneagram types and what our Enneagram types are. I think I'm at 2. Whatever the peacemaker one is. 2 or 3?
I think my highest ones were 9 and 7. And we did this test like last week online, and I totally forgot what mine were. One was investigator, but I don't remember. I'm 9 and 7.
Yeah. How does being a couple in USA compare to being a couple here in Korea?
As far as like being married as a couple,
I think it's exactly the same.
It's honestly pretty the same.
The job makes it different because I work with her, and I don't know why I say it like that, but we work together, we live in the same place, we have the exact same schedule, everything's the same.
In our social circle, because we work together and a lot of our friends we meet through work, so our social circle is like all the same people. Like we have all of the same friends.
I think back in the States, I had a different social circle. I had a completely different work schedule. So I'd have more time alone. Like I'd come home. For a while, I worked as a barista at a coffee shop, a different one. And my schedule, I was at work at 5:15, and I came back around noon. And she would like leave by like 8 and wasn't back until like 6. So I had like 4 or 5 hours alone sometimes, which I'm a really introverted person and I kind of need that. But.
Yeah. So basically, we just spend all of our time together now and hang out with the same people.
That's the only difference.
And we've had to become a little bit more dependent on each other, I think, to help out with language or cultural things here. Mm. What is the best part of married life? I think for me, the best part of married life is having security. And by security, I mean like, I know that he'll always be there for me. He's not just gonna up and leave me someday because he doesn't like my hair. I don't know why couples break up anymore. I like the security of that he'll always be there and he'll always support me. Yeah. How about you?
I guess it's similar then. I frame it more as like companionship, the not having to be alone. I mean, being alone is fine, but I would struggle to live alone in Korea right now. It's nice having that companionship and having somebody you can rely on.
Who wears the pants in the relationship?
I do.
No.
It's me.
No. Honestly, I think we have a pretty good partnership. But have you ever seen the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding? Mm-hmm. There's a line in that movie where they're talking about, I don't know, the mom and the dad. And something about the man is the head of the family, but the woman is the neck, and she can turn the man whichever way she wants. I feel like that's pretty accurate for us.
I think that you kind of defer to me for certain things. Yeah.
Look at how we're sitting.
What?
I don't know, I think we balance each other pretty well.
I'm a peacemaker, as I said before, so I generally avoid conflict. If I don't want to do something, I'll just shut my mouth and do it. So I guess she kind of...
But I'm very stubborn and strong-willed. But I'm not good at, like, presenting myself in front of new people. So usually I'll like tell him what I want or what I think should happen, and then he'll be the one to go out and actually do it.
What is the hardest part of being married? This is a weird, hard question. My personal opinion, I'm done, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I was drinking my cool piece. This was disappointingly not that spicy. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse. Hardest part of being married, I would say, has to do with figuring out how to give and receive the other person's love languages. Mm. It's really easy to give with the love languages that you like to receive, but our love languages are very different. And for example, she's a gifter, she likes gifts. I don't really care about gifts that much. They're nice, but I don't feel like love from them. I don't feel like special attachment because of gifts. I'm obviously physical, I think, so, and she's not, so she has a hard time with my love language and I have a hard time with hers. I think that's the hardest part.
See, I think for me, this might sound kind of like petty and shallow, and it's not really relevant while we're living in Korea, but back in the States, I really struggled with holidays and how we split time with our families. Like, I'm not a big holiday person, but we have, you know, it's the holidays, you go spend time with your family. And I always felt really stressed, like having to choose whose family we see, on what holidays, and on what specific days, and how many days to spend with both, to try to make them both feel like appreciated, I guess. So I don't know, that's been really hard for me, honestly. Balancing family time.
How long were you together before you got married?
9 months. Exactly.
4 months before engagement, and then 9 months exactly before we got married.
So we started dating on November 9th of 2013. We got engaged on February
15?
February 25th.
25th?
Yeah. It was the end of February. We got engaged at the end of February, so November, December, January, February. Like 4 months, less than 4 months later, we got engaged. And then we got married that summer on August 9th, the exact day of our 9-month dating anniversary. We got married a little bit fast, but when you know, you know. And here we are 6 years later. What are both of your giving and receiving love languages?
We already kind of touched on this.
Okay, so for me, I am a huge gifter. I love to give gifts. I also love to receive gifts. And I think I also, for receiving, I like, I forgot what it is.
Quality time?
Quality time. I like gift giving and quality time. Those are the big ones for me. How about you?
Physical. For sure. I don't know what the other ones are.
There's gift giving, physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time,
Was there one more?
acts of service.
Acts of service.
That one's
You know
like
what?
nothing for us.
You know what? Maybe that one should move up on mine. Maybe I'd put acts of service higher than words of affirmation for me.
Really?
Yeah, I like acts, like actions speak louder than words.
I don't feel like acts of service is a love language for me, because like if the dishes are dirty and you do the dishes instead of me, it's not like, wow, he loves me so much. It's like, oh yeah, one of us needed to do the dishes.
Well, would you call it an act of service or a gift if somebody made you a cup of tea and brought it to you?
A gift. More of a gift.
I'd see that more as an act of service.
Especially if you did it without asking me. Rethinking our marriage here.
Okay, next.
This one's kind of interesting. How do you guys manage errands in situations that demand a lot of Korean, like hospital visits? Honestly, we just kind of have to do it. Actually,
sadly, these people don't speak English. They don't have to.
Yeah, a lot of people speak English when we do need to go, or at least a little bit. And I think the rest of the time we kind of avoid it if it's not necessary.
And you can get by with very little Korean.
You honestly don't need a lot of Korean.
If you know a few keywords, you don't have to make sentences. You can say a word here or there, mime it out.
Yeah, a lot of body language. And if you need a word, and you don't know, we use Papago. Or we can call our friends and ask them to say something for us, or how to say something.
Yeah, friends can help a little bit, but like doctor visits, I don't know.
I think we're so American that we just avoid doctors as much as possible. Even though it's super cheap here.
And the hospitals I've gone to, most of them have somebody who speaks fluent English there, so sadly, haven't had to adapt to that too much. Favorite thing to do together?
Eat.
Eating, not just eating food though. I think that we really enjoy eating food from different cultures and trying new foods and trying food adventures. But I think like just adventures period though. Like I like food adventures, but adventuring through culture in other ways is fun too.
But honestly, even back in the States, for when we had a free night and wanted to do something fun, we'd go out to a restaurant. Like we just always enjoy trying new restaurants and like supporting the local businesses in our areas.
It's our excuse.
It's fun though. I like going to new restaurants with you.
Yeah, I mean, even when I'm cooking at home, I was constantly trying new things. I really, cooking for me is cathartic and very fun, but not when I have to do it because like, okay, here's more chicken to cook. I like cooking new things and more interesting things. I like making new curries and like butter chicken. And
I've never made butter chicken.
I have made butter chicken. You don't remember all the things I cooked.
It sounds delicious.
I had a super like adventurous period where I was cooking all the time, and I made like homemade ham and cheese and homemade tomato soup, like from scratch. Everything from scratch. I'm still bitter about this because you didn't really like it.
Speaking of ham and cheese, do you want to order a sandwich?
Maybe.
Before it gets too late. Biggest pet peeve about each other.
Who goes first?
I'll let you go first.
I'm sitting.
You sound nicer.
Yeah. My pet peeve is mainly when she... This is a weird thing. Is it okay for me to talk about this? Are you okay with this?
Just be nice about it.
Okay.
I have more about you than you have about me.
When she's in a hurry, or I don't know the reason all the time, but sometimes she has like leftover food. I'm like really hyper conscious about finishing everything I have on my plate or my bowl, or in my bowl, and if I don't finish it, I usually throw it in the recycling and get rid of it and wash my dish a little bit when I'm done. But a lot of time, yes, I do.
Do you know how many times I had ice cream bowls in the bedroom?
Ice cream is a completely different thing, but like food, yes, I agree, sometimes I do that, but not lately. Anyway, sometimes she'll just leave the leftover food on the plate or in the bowl or the cup or whatever by the sink, and then like I got a little passive aggressive about it for a little while. I just left it there, and it stays there for way too long and gets really gross. So anyway, that's my pet peeve.
Okay. My biggest pet peeve is your lack of responsiveness when I try to have a conversation with you.
I have a super one-track mind. Sometimes I'll be thinking about something.
I didn't make excuses. You can't make excuses either.
I'm not making excuses.
Okay, so sometimes I'll ask him a question. Be like, hey, do you want to eat pizza for dinner?
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
sometimes, okay, never mind, okay.
Like, I ask him questions and it takes him so long to respond. I can't tell him stories because I don't know if he's listening because he doesn't make any kind of response. It's so disheartening. Also, he has this pile of stuff he's going to wear tomorrow.
She calls it the weird tomorrow thing. I just don't know how to put this stuff.
That's what you called it. Like, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow, don't put it away. Just like always next to his side of the bed.
I have like one pair of pants there. I'm like, I will wear this. Hi, Mia. I had like one pair of pants there that I'd be like, oh, don't put that one, and I'm gonna wear that tomorrow. And so she calls the whole like.
Because it's been there for 6 years in America and Korea. Also, especially when you're playing games, you have no perception of time.
Alright, starting to get mean.
Those are my biggest pet peeves.
Alright,
I'll stop there.
What do you guys disagree about?
Obviously our pet peeves. What do we fight and disagree about?
Don't fight a lot.
We really don't fight that much.
I think we're both passive aggressive. So we don't fight out much. It's more like
non-confrontational.
Yeah, pretty non-confrontational. Like we've only had a few like spats in a whole marriage. So most of the time it's just like bottle the bitterness of it inside. You know.
What do we fight about? His gaming bothers me. I think that's caused some fights.
I don't like shopping. I hate shopping.
I don't like to take him shopping with me anymore.
She used to try to push me to do it, and I'm miserable.
And then I'm miserable.
I hate it. I don't shop. If I'm gonna buy something, I know what I want to buy. I go in and I find it and I leave. I don't shop.
You're like so angry about it. I don't go shopping. Who is older? Me.
By 4 months.
4 months and 2 days.
It's not a big deal.
No, we're both born in 1990. My birthday's in May, his is September.
Who made the first move?
I think me.
What would you describe as the first move?
Well, do we want to count like Facebook messages?
I asked her out first. and I kissed first. But I think you made the first move.
I think I made the first move when I like slyly like held your hand.
It wasn't even holding my hand like that. It was like
it was not like that. That was not
touch,
romantic.
like slight flirty touch.
A slight, like his hand was next to his side and it's like, ooh.
I don't think it was even that much, but anyway.
I don't know.
Well, we were at a bar, but that was like after we. That was much later. That was
Halloween. Is that the end?
That is the end. That is all.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about? Look at Mia.
I hope you enjoyed getting a peek into our lives.
This is our fur baby Mia. We adopted her in December of 2018 here in Korea. And she's both the light of our life and the annoyance of our life.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Bye. Should we like slide out of the camera and it's just Mia?
Opposite ways.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.